I think there's demons in there.
Welcome everyone, we're showing you doing this because
there's demons, you can see the fighting in the top corner.
Yeah, I wanted to start with some of my inventory stuff.
You still can.
We've got a slight demon problem.
Don't worry.
Oh no, the demons are there. Sure.
That's the end of the demons.
Oh, wow, that was it? Okay,
yeah.
Stash, materials, crafting, right?
Yep.
Oh, wow, that was,
Hey.
Wait, move item to stash, okay.
Yes.
And just craft everything.
No, just leave that.
Oh, okay. That's good then.
Until they brought you back 2 hours later with an apology.
What?
That's his wife. They're actually quite a cute couple. The dude constantly worries about the woman.
Wait, did she get kidnapped by demons and escaped?
She's been kidnapped by all sorts. She gets in trouble, but she always manages to get out right. He always goes to save her, but she's usually solved half the problem herself, and he just cleans up. Do you remember this guy?
Former Mayor Hollis. Oh, the mayor.
Yeah.
He ran away to here. Where?
You should, Lord Mayor. Better to die out there among the demons than live another second with no heart and no spine.
Pleasant.
Yeah. So now I can equip this gem. That is going to give plus 21 damage to my sword, upping the DPS to 160.9 damage.
Your favourite game
No,
is
Viva.
Adventure Gamer!
Not Viva Pinata.
Your favourite! It's a future classic! In the year...
It's a good game if you're stoned off your face, because it doesn't matter. You don't know what's going on anyway. And there's demons ripping on my
Hey, why did you all leave there? Well, all the other employees became stoned. We found that out after Viva Pinata. Are you sure?
Have you played the game? Right, so we've got to go...
This also had another favourite game of ours covered.
Yep. Oh, not Alien Storm. Jesus, why is it just covering trash?
Are you sure? Would it, if this magazine covered trash, would it have covered something like this?
Yeah, this is just a trash article, Dan. That's fine.
Like Bubsy 3D, you know, clearly not trash. Would it cover the Action Max console, a console running off VHS tapes?
The what?
Action Max. It's a console which ran off VHS tapes. Every game was, you know, one of those interactive, you know, games like Night Trap sort of thing, or like or like House of the Dead.
It's got knobs on the console.
Yes.
Also, I'm just progressing, by the way.
Yeah, to be fair, my movement speed...
There's literally no enemies.
My movement speed is no...
No, enemies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
Don't worry, I've got hammers.
Oh my god, that shield's massive!
Yeah. I'm not going to equip it.
Deflecting wall shield.
There you go, deflects walls.
Kind of reminds you of the shield that the prince from... what was it, Sleeping Beauty? Yeah, Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty is the one with Maleficent, right? Yeah.
Don't ask me, I've not watched it.
And the prince has the biggest shield out of anyone.
Wouldn't you if you were going to fight
It's the only knowable thing about him.
Wouldn't you take a pretty big shield when you're fighting a dragon?
True.
So I'm just going to say this now, I hate this entire area.
Is it a maze?
Feels like it. So we're not going to bother exploring all of it, because it's trash.
Okay.
And I just want to kill the boss, because I don't want to be down here. It's all claustrophobic, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's funny reading that Bubsy 3D article. To think that
they tried making a game.
No, the engine for Bubsy 3D was used to make the Siphon Filter series.
I mean, the engine was probably fine.
I mean, I feel sorry for him because...
I hope this letter finds you well, and that life at Bastion's...
Find you well? You live in the world of Diablo. There's no well, there's no time that's well.
I'm happy to hear.
There is no well. It dried up.
Yep. Top class humour here, folks.
Only the best at Raphaham Bad Joke Emporium.
Yep.
That's the joke.
Which is a lie because we sell good jokes. Or we believe we do. We're so deluded.
That's the joke, Grin. It's called the Bad Joke Emporium.
Yeah.
But we're selling our jokes as being good. That's the joke. That's why it was funny. now I've explained it, it makes a joke even more funny because it's
Yeah,
an intentionally bad
explain
joke.
jokes is what makes them funny.
When it's intentionally a bad joke, it kind of does, because you're just making it more awkward and worse. And goddamn lava skeletons are the worst.
I see the fear. The fire does so little damage.
Yeah,
and we recover health so quickly that it's more of
Yeah.
a nuisance. If any, it's more just like a.
and you can dodge through it anyway.
Yeah.
You
You
just
know,
roll.
Can you imagine if a building was burning down and someone just rolled the entire way through the building and was unaffected?
What is this? Like, what is this entire building? I assume it's a
Who
fort.
builds a fort
But
over,
why would you just
over
have-
lava?
Like, open lava. Just there's no safety rails. What is this? You could just drop in the lava. It's like, oh, sorry.
We're losing men quickly from
Sorry,
the demons.
miss.
No, we haven't got safety rails in the lava room.
Sorry,
Why do
miss.
we have a lava room?
Sorry, Miss Lani. Your husband was down in the furnace and fell into the open lava pits we have because we don't have safety rails. And there's like a metal grating that you could get your foot stuck in above the molten lava.
Another funny thing with the Bubsy 3D development
I become more
is that they said, well, because 3D platformers weren't, well, 3D games in general weren't really a thing at the time, our main inspiration was Jumping Flash, that first-person PlayStation launch title.
That's a bad idea.
As before, we'll do one better. We'll make it 3D and we'll make it really high resolution. So they made Bubsy 3D so high resolution they didn't have memory left for much of anything else, which is why there's no textures on anything, because they upped the resolution to an insane degree. And they said, when they found out, we're using our what do you call it? The version you create the system with the games on.
That's
The you get given a system where for when
Yeah,
the system comes out.
yeah.
Can't remember the right term for it. Not the test version.
It's basically what it is. It's just a demo console in effect.
Yeah, but
We know what you
they're
mean.
always better than the actual console. Almost every time, the version you get given is actually slightly better
Yeah.
because it's obviously their development kit. That's it. The development kit
Because
for
it's
the
there to try
PlayStation.
and sell it.
And they found out the development kit, because it was so much better than the actual PlayStation, they had a hard time actually getting the game to run onto the PlayStation afterwards. And they point out, and they said that because of how high res the game was, it looks. There are so many colours on screen at once on the demo version, on our development kit version. It looks absolutely stunning, but it looks terrible when you get on the PlayStation.
It's kind of
I mean-
sad, really, isn't it?
Whereas if you focused on textures, that would actually shown up on the PlayStation version as well.
Makes you wonder why they didn't just change it.
Well, they had apparently the thing is the development team was the new development team.
Yeah.
The person they were mainly interviewing in that for that article was actually someone who hadn't actually worked in video games before. He was one of the helpline people. So
Oh.
he knew so much about video games because he had to play through all of them to be able to give people advice on so many different video games. But he hadn't actually developed a video game at that
He had
point.
to give advice on Bubsy 3D.
Well, he ended up making it. So at that point, he had quit his job giving advice. He knew about the other, but he had played through all the other Bubsy games though.
I quit my job giving advice and made the worst decision of my life. I should have probably asked for advice.
But basically, most of the problems came from Accolade, the publishers, because they were like, you should start developing a Sega Saturn version. Sir, we're screwing up the PlayStation version as it is. Start developing a Sega Saturn version. So instead of giving time to fix the problems they found with the PlayStation version, they ended up working on a Sega Saturn version. It was only, like they said, like the 11th hour that they got told, scrap the Sega Saturn version. And so they started focusing on some of the problems, but obviously couldn't fix all of it. Apparently, I'm not sure if this was in the final release, there's a 2-player mode in Bubsy 3D. As well as how you can go in a first-person perspective with in the game and shoot the atoms so they collide into other atoms.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, that was some of the things the guy said was, it wasn't all bad. We came up with some pretty nice ideas, particularly for an early 3D game. Oh, thank gosh, the game crashed.
I need to go back.
No, I'm trying to... There we go, it is down.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's the way we need to go.
And apparently the Accolade wanted them to also use the engine they were working on. Sorry, I thought that was... Nah, well, there was some loot I ran over. They were also using the...
My hammers have no time for your loot.
I'm trying to keep up. They were also wanting... The Accolade were wanting the engine to be used to make another game called Jumper. Where it was a game where basically you
jumped.
You would become the enemies. You would jump about, switching bodies with the enemies.
That's a pretty cool idea.
But that means that the people working on Bubsy 3D, the first 3D game, the first game that the team had been working on, and one of the first early 3D games, were also having to make the engine work for a completely different game and genre.
Yeah.
And then Jumper was later cancelled as an idea. Because they realised, it's getting in the way of Bubsy 3D. And then when Bubsy 3D didn't do too well, because it came out a month after Crash Bandicoot and the N64 and Super Mario 64, Accolade fired that company and said that it was all their fault.
Huh.
And the company were in sort of bad spirits because they had to go about to other publishers saying, help us publish a new game, when their only credit was making Bubsy 3D.
Yeah.
Somehow, Sony agreed to them because they readjusted it so the 3D controls worked better for a PlayStation's D-pad.
Yeah.
And with that, they made Siphon Filter. Unfortunately, then, for the N64 came out GoldenEye. So, Siphon Filter didn't have much luck even then.
Nothing stops the crusade.
And later on, they'd be known for making an amazing Uncharted spin-off on the PS Vita. They don't have much luck, really.
No. Not.
Slide!
Oh.
But yeah, interesting to read up about.
Again! Yeah,
Seriously, stop calling us! You know you want me! No! We never did!
Devour your corpse and those of your friends. Well, if he devours my corpse first, then I'm pretty cool with that, because I'm already dead, you know.
He'd probably choke to death on all the hammers.
Why
That's what he died. He tried to eat the paladin and choked to death on all the hammers being spawned.
Don't forget the fact your corpse would probably still be jumping.
Yeah.
And you'd be really cold. You got ice armor, mate.
Another pretty good article they've got in there is one about the top 20 Apple II games.
I will enjoy this.
Or 20 of them.
It's weird to think Prince of Persia got its start on the Apple II.
Oh.
Also, the person decided, of all systems to invent, it was 1989 he decided, I'm going to make a game for the Apple II. The Apple II had been around since 1980, 1979, I believe.
Why would you do that?
But he said it was because he was familiar with the hardware. Although he also admitted if it wasn't for all the ports, he wouldn't have made any money on Prince of Persia at all.
No, he wouldn't have.
But
he released
the
it on a
fact
dead
that he
system.
made Prince of Persia on the Apple II,
Go to your inventory.
and it worked really well.
Go to your inventory. Shoes.
Shoes.
Identify. They're going to be down. Identify. Iron Toe Mud Sputters!
30% increased speed, that is good.
Based on how much health you're missing.
Ah.
And it's 10% increased movement speed basic anyway.
Okay.
118 in, 126 vitality.
No, hold on, how do I go down with it? It won't let me go
It's
down.
the triggers.
Trigger, okay.
Yeah, it's the dumbest
Good
thing
heavy
ever.
steel, nice flex around the ankle, good weight in the toes, a solid pair of boots. What? Did you need them to sparkle? Cormac the Templar.
Hey, Cormac!
Yeah.
That's our ally!
It's got more intelligence, got more vitality, no plus life per second, but
Equip it.
yeah, sure, I need some
It also
speed.
increases arcane torrent
Wait, hold on, I
damage.
want to see the difference in boot design.
It looks dirty.
Oh,
Like, equip it. It's just
okay.
a pair of dirty
Fair
shoes
enough.
from the looks of it. Shush!
Yeah, I let the dogs outside because it's a nice day and they weren't barking for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been outside this entire time, so...
Yeah, I know.
Oh?
It's just a pair of gloves.
Inducing edge. I love how long some of these names get.
It's because with the blue rank stuff, the names are based on what stats it gives. So reptilian is health regen. So if it gives health regen, it will probably have reptilian.
I still can't believe how advanced the Wolfenstein's games were, given that they were on the Apple II, all machines.
It's impressive, isn't it?
I mean, games with a stealth game where you can actually put a gun to an opponent and have them shake off items for you.
Hey, right, so we're fighting this boss. We might as well fight him in this episode, why not? It's in the larder.
The what? Oh, lava. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought you just said lava wrong.
Can you guess what boss we're fighting?
A lava boss?
No, actually.
I mean, we've been going for an area full
He's
of lava.
going to eat our corpses as well, apparently. So.
Oh, Asmodon.
No.
Oh.
Welcome one and all to this ugly guy. It's like the butcher, but less interesting. Kind of creepier. His nipple piercings look like eyes. They're not. His head is on the top.
Fair enough.
I don't even remember his name. So I don't know why I was trying to...
Well, it doesn't matter. He'll be
Oh,
frozen.
it's Gom.
He'll be frozen in
There
a
you
few
go.
seconds anyway.
We're against Gom. Ow.
There we go. He's frozen.
I'll be careful of those little yellow fat.
Oh. Yellow. He's...
He vomits them out occasionally.
Come on, freeze.
I don't even
freeze.
remember what
There
this
we go.
boss is supposed to do.
Freeze. Freeze.
Because I seem to remember
Oh, whoa, that's a lot of yellow.
this occurring the last time I fought him with the witch doctor. And I don't really...
You could see past all the skeletons, frogs and everything on the screen?
Barely. There you go, he's dead. I literally have no idea what he's supposed to fight like.
Because you killed him so quickly.
There you go, his intestines just kind of...
You think that'd be hurting, given it's the same yellow stuff as spitting out? Stomach acid, it must have been then.
Our larder's definitely not clean, and he's gone.
Yeah.
Our larder is definitely not clean anymore.
Yeah.
We're gonna need new food.
Yep.
We
could have eaten the demon, but he just disappeared.
Someone should probably
There's
clean
some
that.
organs to
Someone
cook
should
up.
clean that up. Also, that's the wrong button.
You look like a demonic entity. You're the paladin. I am the holy order. Save me!
Don't tell me you got the legendary bit. No, I swear to God, if
You'd see if you've got
Oh!
the legend. Oh, what?
Cool.
What was it?
Plan, Wall of Bone.
What does it do?
Gives me a blacksmith plan. Right,
Oh.
you check your inventory. I swear to God, if you got the legendary.
Well, you'd be able to tell because there'd be a green thing.
No, you didn't.
There's no legendary.
Well, it was the book. The book was the legendary.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
You mean legendary scrap item?
It's plans for the blacksmith, so I'll have to see what.
Oh, is there
it
nothing
is.
to find him?
No,
Oh.
we just had to kill him.
Okay.
We killed Gom.
Yeah.
Gom is gone. Gone with the wind.
Yep. Also, the first proper pinball
Oh
game.
my God, Asmodan!
Leave us alone!
An empty
Not
figure
until you
of
accept
useless
me!
That is not what you were
Accept
saying.
you in what way?
You've only delayed your inevitable destruction. He's just so...
You will take me eventually!
So persistent. He doesn't even have a proper mouth.
You owe it to me! No, we don't! You didn't even know we didn't even have it when we first saw you!
We haven't seen him yet.
No!
Where's the blacksmith? No, I want the blacksmith. Where is he? Come on, minimap. Help me. There he is. Right, I've got my eye on him.
So round in circles.
Right.
Yeah, it's like 80 minutes, and so we should probably end the episode.
shield,
But you
I
want to
assume?
show off what the plan is, don't you?
Bitterness. Here we go. It's a shield.
Wall
Right.
of Bone. What's it like?
218 armor basic, 12.5%
It's
chance
weaker
to
than what you
block.
got.
142 to 172 block amount. 20 to 30% chance to be protected by a shield of bones
Okay,
when you are
that's
hit.
new.
11 to 20 resist all elements.
Okay, that's pretty damn
So
good.
that's actually astoundingly good with the amount of stats it can give.
Do you want it? You can make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it. I made it.
It's amazing how he just looks at a book and is like, yeah, I can make this.
I've got 1.2% chance to freeze on hit, 21% chance to be protected by bone shields, 19
Ooh,
resist
what
all
does it say?
elements.
Name for the Battle of
Squire.
Jasquire, a conflict so long and fierce that men used the skeletons of their fallen comrades to build fortifications. So like how the wolves are made of titans.
I guess. What's the description for bitterness, actually? Because this is just... There is none.
Aww.
It's a legendary mode.
Bitterness doesn't need to be described. It
a
sums itself up in its name.
It's a witch doctor item, anyway.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, that's the end of the episode. We killed the boss.
I have a glowing shield now.
I can talk to you from behind.
I am the epiphany of a hero. I am the Holy Crusade. Oh, shall be smited! You think I'm the villain? Should probably.
Cheers, everyone!